Hello. Welcome to Code with NM. I am Nilesh Maurya, a software engineer, a founder, and a educator. And in today's life, we are going to learn the most important thing in a world of software engineering. If you are pursuing your career as a software engineer, you need to know this. Okay, before starting, I just want you all to comment that how many of you knows about Git and GitHub. And apologies for the my face cam is not working properly. It's behaving very weirdly. Before coming live, I checked, then it was working fine, and now it's not. That's why I'm not visible. But yes, you can answer this. Yes or no? You know about Git and GitHub or not? Someone in the live chat says basic, and how on which parameter I differentiate that you know basics. It's what basics in GitHub. If you know GitHub, it's inside out, and if you don't know GitHub, it's I don't know GitHub. If you have heard about it, so Git is the version control system, is also known as version control system (VCS). An interview, they will ask how many types of VCS you know, or have you ever worked with VCS. Okay, someone say no. Yeah, that's good. That's what this live is all about, to know about Git and GitHub. So, how this live will proceed? First thing first, we will not directly jump into the codes and commands of Git and GitHub, but first we need to understand why Git and GitHub is important. Then second, what is Git and what is GitHub? Third, what is the difference between Git and GitHub? So let me just turn off my face cam only itself, because as I am not visible. And then we will jump into the folder structure, file structure, and what is Git and GitHub commands look like. Okay, and also we will learn about who develops Git and GitHub, and currently who owns GitHub and Git. First, now let's begin with. I just don't want to spend much more time on explaining the other stuffs. So let's jump into what is Git, and then I will be jumping into what is GitHub. Okay, so what is Git and why we required Git? Let's understand this. Okay, in world of software engineering, we won't work alone. As you will be a software engineer one day, I am already a software engineer from last 10 plus years. So we never work alone. We work in an organization. We work in a team. We work with many fellow developers or engineers. Okay. So a team of 10 or 15, let's take an example of team of 10 and 15 are working on one project or one product. For example, let's take an Instagram. So Meta owns Instagram now. So Meta developers or Instagram developers or software engineers, there may be team of 35, 40, 50. They are working on Instagram code itself, and each and everyone is accessing Instagram code, making the changes, and then they are pushing to the cloud itself, because Instagram is a cloud application, WhatsApp is a cloud application. So how this all people are working on a same source code, and where is this source code is being stored? For example, if you are working on a Python application, for example, let's take a weather application you have created. It is there in your local system, means in your laptop, in your system, or you have a Mac inside your Mac. Okay, if I want to work on the same project, is there any way you can share that source code to me? So you will say yes, there are multiple ways. I can share you on the drive, I can give you with the help of pen drive, or I can share you with the hard disk or networking. We will connect our two laptops with the help of networks and I can share those things. But will you be aware if I made changes from my end and also you are making the changes in the same file? For example, we have app.py. I'm working on that file. You are also working on the file. I've removed some code because that code doesn't make sense to me, and I have started integrating new code to that new feature to app.py. Okay. But the removed code from my side was important for you. You were utilizing that line of code for your further feature development in that app.file. Means add feature development means you are adding something to that file. So I've removed it. You want to use that. I have my own setup of your project in my laptop. You have your own setup in your laptop, and then we both try to push this code onto the cloud. Will that work? Yes or no? If you all got my question, will that work? Yes or no? You have separate different set of codes for the same project. I have different set of code for the same project, and we are trying to upload on the cloud, which is same for you and me. Yes, it won't work. You got it correctly. It will never work because initially it has 1 plus 1. Now I have 3 plus 4 and you have 1 plus 2, and we are trying to update 1 plus 1. It won't work in that way. Okay. Due to this was major problem way back, and to solve this problem, that's why Git and GitHub came into existence. Okay. So let's now officially start with Git and understand it. What is Git all about? Okay, so first definition of Git. So definition of Git is, first, Git is free, Git is open source distributed version control system, in short VCS. So Git, I'm talking about Git. Git is free, Git is open source. What is open? If it is open source, it will be free. Open source means there is no license to it. You don't need to pay any subscription, or you don't need to buy that software. You can use that software completely free in your system. You can download it, you can use it. Okay, that is what open source means. And the first important and the most important thing is, it is distributed version control system, VCS. I will explain you in detail what is version control system once we jump onto the file structures and commands of Git and GitHub. Okay. I told about myself. Okay, you introduce yourself in Discord, but in doubt asking or resource sharing section, it shows you do not have access. Okay, can you just not visible on the screen? Yeah, ma'am, the definition is in my mind. There is nothing on the screen. I will be opening. Okay, let me open few things on the screen so you will be seeing that. Let me have Git official page. Okay, so it will make sense once I'm talking to you. Okay, this is how this is Git official page. I will be sharing the link and everything with you all. And meantime, Techno C2, let me quickly check the Discord also. So Techno, what's your real name? I told about myself in Discord. If it's the same ID Techno, I can't see your introduction in Discord. If it is Saurav, you already have the access, you just need to refresh the Discord, or else you can close the application and then sign in again. Okay. Okay, let's understand the Git. If you have any issue, just ping me on the Discord. That's Saurav. Yeah, you already have the access. I've seen, I've just checked it. You already have it. Just refresh your GitHub, or else do one thing. Just if you have an application in your system, just close it and rerun it again, relaunch it again, or if else you are using it in the browser, just close the browser, clear the cache, and you can reuse it again. Okay, I have already provided you all the access. Once you have introduced, I've just, when you got the access, I give you the thumbs up. That's what's the sign from my side that you got all the access on 11:06 p.m. yesterday night. Okay, so let's understand the Git. So definition was there. So it is free, open source, distributed version control system. I will provide you all the definitions and everything in the Discord with proper PDF and everything. So don't worry about the definition. I know the definition. You also can know this about once I share those things. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, Saurav. And so why it is there? So it designed to track changes in computer files. So what is Python? It is one of the computer file. What is your Word file? It is another file. What is a txt, means text file, is another file. So all are file only for computer. For you it's a Python code, for you is a Java code, for you is a C code. For me also, of course, for us it's a different programming language code, but for computer is another type of file. For example, mp3, mp4, png, jpg. Okay, so what Git does, it is designed to track changes in computer file irrespective of its types. Yes, and coordinate collaborative work among developers. Understood? The definition is very easy if you understand in one go. What is it's first thing, it will track the changes in the file. For example, I was talking about app.py file. Like Saurav made a changes in app.py and I am also working on the same file and I also made a changes. It will track down the changes with our user ID that Saurav had made the changes on line number 22. Also Nilesh had made changes on line number 15. Understood? This is a primary job of Git. And also it helps us to coordinate collaborative work among developers. Like me and Saurav are working on the same file. So I will understand that, okay, Saurav is working on the line number 22. I am working on line number 15. If he is removing something or adding something, I am removing or I am adding something. This all was tracked down with the help of Git itself. Okay, so first thing first, you need to have Git in your system. So you need to visit this website. I will be providing the link in the chat. And for others, just if you're watching this video offline, just go to the Google, type Git download, and the first link will be this link only itself. Okay, it's simple. And this type of website will be opening in the front of you. Let me remove my face cam. Unnecessary, it is there. Okay, so you can directly see, click here to download. I'm going very slow. This is not my style of photo to teach, but this is important topic. Although you will be coding or you will be in a backend, front end, DevOps, whatever field in the software engineering you will be, but you must know about Git and GitHub, or else you won't get any type of job in world of software engineer, because everything is code, and each and every code and each and every file as a developer you will be accessing through Git and GitHub. Okay, so this is important. So click here to download, and it says the latest version is 2.55.0. so if you are Windows user, just go and click here. If you are Mac or Linux or other Red Hat or the flavors of Linux, you can download according to your operating system. Okay, once you download it, you just need to double click on the setup. What needs to be done, it's simply just installing like we already installed the VS Code or other software you install in your system. Just download it, click on this download. I already have in my system, that's why I'm not doing it. Just download it. It will take few seconds or minute depending on the speed of the Wi-Fi. and then you just need to double click on the software, and then next, and done. If you want, I can do it. Let me see. Okay, let me download only. Okay, it's downloading. Meantime, I will find the setup in my system. How you can do it, I will just show you quickly. Others, if you have any doubt regarding the previous live, because that was the most important live, connecting fast API with MongoDB, that's what we are doing. We were connecting our backend with the DB. Okay, in our case, the backend was a fast API. The CURD operation we have created using fast API with the validation using Pydantic, and the DB was nothing but MongoDB. Okay, so if you have any doubt, make sure you clear it. Okay, okay, so this is how the screen will appear. You need just to say yes. And then it will ask, then you just need to click on install. Once you hit on install, it will be installing the Git software in your system. And remember this icon, this is icon for Git, this red, green, blue and yellow. Okay, done. Okay, let's close this. Now let's create one demo file in our system, and let's see few commands of Git. But I won't be jumping on the command. I will be explaining you where you can use the Git, and then I will be introducing the GitHub, and then we will be seeing the difference between what is Git and what is GitHub. I'm currently in a file handling import module video. Hope other videos soon. Yes, that's good. And also the file handling and the modules and other things, are creating your own module is one of the most important things, so make sure you learn that well. And welcome to Code with NM family, Saurav, and best of luck for your coding journey with the Python. And I'm not sure how you all see Python, but Python is one of the most programming language nowadays. It has become, because data science, data analyst, ML, AI and other LLM apps and other AI things and AI agents are basically the first programming language is go-to programming language Python. If you know Python, the series is for knowing Python and being a backend developer, but not just being a backend developer. If you know Python, you can be a data analyst, data science and other things. So let me quickly create one demo file. I will name it as Git demo, and let me bring that file over here. Okay, so I've created one folder, Git-demo. If you're doing with it with me, you can do it, or else you have already working project, you can also use that. And I will show you one shortcut to open VS Code right here, right away, or else if you are in any of your project. This is file locator. This is known as file locator. Click on it, type CMD. This is important, and in every live I've just provide one of the tips. So once you open the CMD, just type cod code space dot and hit enter. Your VS Code will be open in that particular location. See, my VS Code has been opened here in Git demo. Let me zoom in a bit. If you see the folder I've created, Git demo, it opened here. So this was a shortcut, and this it will be very helpful if you're on job or if you're doing any project, because what I have seen many learners doing, that they open the GitHub, then they they open the Visual Studio, then they go into the file and they click on open folder, then they go and search their folder in D drive, C drive, whatever drive you have that your folder, and then you try to open it. But the shortcuts thing is, let me redo it again. Just click on here, type CMD. Once your CMD open, type code space. Let me close my VS Code and do it again. Type CMD here, type, let me also zoom in the I hope it is now visible. Then type code space dot and hit enter. It will open your VS Code in that particular folder. Okay, this was the free tip. Everything is free only, but this is one of my important tip for you all. I choose Python because I work in all area of software engineering. After learning Python, I just need to have knowledge over modules and methods are getting sure. Works in all area of software engineering. Yes, but also there is one technology who works in just like Python. It has a vast area of use cases, and that is nothing but JavaScript, because our complete website and online application, it's majorly depend on JS engine. I just don't want to talk about JS because it's Python going on, but I'm just explaining to you all, not only the Python is important, but learning JS and other things is also important. Okay, so let's create one file. Simply I'm just creating app.py I was talking about, and I won't doing any code and anything. Let's have only printing statement over here, and let's say learning Git and GitHub. Okay, let's save it. If you want to see the output, let's execute it also. It will say learning Git and GitHub. Okay, we have one file over here now. Okay, because this session is not about Python, it's about Git and GitHub. So let me again open that folder structure, and I will be explaining to you all how the Git bashes look like and everything, but I won't do any commands here. So this is our folder structure, and you can see that file has been created. Okay, app.py, and if you right click here, and depending on the Windows you are using, you can click on show more option, and if you have successfully installed Git in your system, you can see Git GUI here and Git bash here. Okay, up till here if you understood, and you can also, that's why I told you, just remember the icon of that Git, because we don't human doesn't love to read that much. We go with the symbols, icons and color, so it is easy to find the Git GUI or Git bash. Let's leave it Git GUI. In professional world, out of 10, 9 people works with Git bash. I am also that one. I will be using Git bash and commands and everything. I don't use Git GUI, but I will show you how Git GUI looks and how to work with it. Okay, up till now, if everything is clear, just give me a thumbs up, and I will be jumping on what is GitHub, and then we will be see the difference between Git and GitHub. Okay, I'm just waiting for your response, and if any doubt, you can clear it right away. I know JS, but JS not that much exposure like Python, and in many companies interview JS is not considered. Okay, I was not just talking about the plain JS, vanilla JS. There is a type of JS, you can also call it as advanced JS or custom JS, where you can create your own web modules. You can create your own component modules which can manipulate your UI. For example, the React and Angular is based on JS itself. Custom JS, if you know the power of JS, then it's way beyond our thinking capabilities. The complete Angular and React that people go to learn UI technology like React, that React is completely made out of JS only. Okay, leave it. I don't want to talk about it. I will be doing the full stack journey, and then I will be talking about more of JS, and there we will be creating the components, like our own components. We can also create our own React and Angular, but I don't want to complicate that, because I know you all are learning and started learning software engineering and technology. Okay, but yeah, that is possible. Your own program, creating your own programming language is possible with the help of Python, with C and other things also. You just need to know about compiler. If you know how compiler works, you can create your own programming language. It's not that rocket science. I have done it in, I think in 2015 or 2014, I've created my own programming language. Okay, so I got your thumbs up, means up till now it is clear. Let's jump onto the GitHub itself, and let me quickly open the Git here only. So let me open my browser, and let's search for GitHub. Done. I'm just doing it very basic and simply like you all always do, or else I know the URL of GitHub. So just search GitHub on the Google, click on the first link, and this is what GitHub is all about. Okay. And I've already logged in, so let me logged out. Yeah, logged out from our account here. Okay, this is what a GitHub page looks like. Once you visit the GitHub, this is what it's look like. Then you need to sign up. You need to click on sign up. I already have a code within an account over here, so if I click on sign up also, it will by default, with the help of my Google SSO sign in, it will log me again. Okay, so click on sign up. If you want to fill up the details like your name and for what purpose you are creating this GitHub repository. If you are a learner, you can select the student. If you're working professional, it will ask you in the drop down, or else the easiest ways, you just click on this and see this is the form, email, username and region and everything. Just click on Google itself, continue with Google, and everything will be handled with your Google account. So once you are set up with your GitHub account, then something like this will be in front of you. Let me have my personal GitHub account over here. See, this type of things will be open. You can have your name, your this is my user ID, and of course your image. If you want to keep your profile picture, it here's in GitHub it says avatar. Okay, and we have repository, project, package and stars. I will be explaining you and later on. So I will be waiting for a few seconds. If you're doing it with me, just to for them, I'm just waiting for it. Just click on this continue with Google and your job is done. Okay, meantime, what is GitHub? GitHub is nothing but is a cloud-based platform. GitHub is nothing based a cloud-based platform where developers store, share, and collaborate on codes. Okay, this is the Git and GitHub is completely for software engineers, and we here store and share our codes and everything. That's why the definition itself has it is a cloud-based platform. This is a cloud-based platform. Why it is cloud-based? This is a website hosted on some cloud server. Okay, and GitHub has their own server. So cloud servers, and cloud means AWS, Azure, GCP, Google Cloud. So that all are cloud services or cloud server. So GitHub has its own server. So the definition has it's a cloud-based platform where developers store and share collaborated on code. So you can store means right now we have app.py in my laptop, or else you will have your app.py in your laptop. In software engineering, it's known as in your local system. So can I access your local system? Not at all. Can you access my local system? Not at all. Why I'm saying this? Here we are live. Can you try to access my local system? It's not possible. You won't be able to just do or control anything on my system, and I won't be able to use your system or control it. Okay, so how we can share code if you don't know our emails, or we are not sharing on the WhatsApp or whatever the social media or other ways are there to share the code? So GitHub is the only way we can store our code over here, and we can share our code with the help of GitHub. Okay, this is how people work virtually, because in India many MNCs, many companies are not MNCs. Yes, and many are MNCs. I think 70% are MNCs. So the product has been developed in America, Japan or Germany, but we Indian software engineers are working on the product which had been or has been developed in US. Why that is possible? That is possible because of GitHub. The source code and everything, the idea, of course the selling of the product, the customer of the product also, they reside in USA, they reside in all over the world. but not in India. But Indian software engineers are working on it. And it's not about India, and I'm talking about for my international viewers. It's the same for you all. The product developed in Japan, Germany, or USA. And if you are from any other countries, you are working on the source code which was not started or developed in your country. So how it is possible? It is because of the GitHub, because this is a global and free. First, it is free. You can use it for free as an individual. If you register yourself as an organization, there is a pricing also. If you click on the pricing, you can see for you it's free. For individual it's free. For if you're working as a team of 10, 20, 30, it is come with some price. And for enterprise means like for MNCs, it comes with this much 21 USD for per month. Okay, but we are only interested in fee because we are the only one who's working. So it is unlimited public private repository. I will explain you what is public private. Means we have unlimited storage. Understood? So I don't store my code locally in my system because my laptop can be misbehave issue or hard disk can be crash and everything. So I upload each and every project which is important to me to GitHub. Okay, and what is private and public? If I want, you won't be accessing any of my project and I am not allowing you to access it, I will make it as private. If it is private on GitHub, you can't see that project only. If you can't see it, you can't access it. If I want some few of the project can be accessible to everyone, I will make it public. So all the projects, those who are public, anyone can access from your GitHub. Okay, so make sure your repository has a specific type of access which you want. If you want your project should be public, make it public, anyone can access it. If you want it private, nobody can access it. Simple. Up till now clear what is GitHub? It is an unlimited storage and share and collaborate for developers, and it is a cloud-based platform, nothing but a website. Understood? Now let's understand the difference between Git and GitHub, and then I will be showing you how with the help of Git we store our codes on GitHub. Okay, and the difference between Git and GitHub, you will be understanding the major parts in between them. So I've created one image for you all to understand this. Okay, so let's jump onto this, and this is very important. Now you will be understanding how this works and how it looks like. Okay, I hope this is visible on screen. Okay, the left side is feature, this is the Git part, and this is the GitHub part. Simple, a simple table structure format. So first thing first, what is it? Means what is Git? A local version control software. So Git is a software. Remember this, Git is a software. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Learning Python as a first language is very good. You're on the oops, and make sure you understand oops inside out, because each and every coding from now onwards will be depending on oops. Okay, let's come back to Git. So feature, what is it? Git is nothing but a local version control software. It's nothing but a software. Remember this, why I'm saying it, because GitHub is nothing but a cloud-based hosting service. Cloud-based hosting service, nothing but a website. Okay, just giving an example. So Git is a software, GitHub is a website. There is a huge difference between software and website. I don't want to go into deeper difference between what is website and software. I think many of you are aware of it. Okay, the second is primary focus. So Git primary focus is managing and tracking code history, whereas GitHub primary focus is project collaboration and sharing. This is two huge difference and individual of each other. Managing and tracking code history. For example, I'm working on one code, you are working on that same file, but you are adding some another code. So it will manage that file, that two people are working on a same file, and also have a tracking of that, which line I have edited or deleted or added. Not only that line, a comma, a full stop, or space also if I have added, it will track it down. That is tracking code history. of course it will do same for you. And if on a single file 10 people are working, it will track each and every 10 people works. Understood? This is the feature of Git. Then second, the feature of GitHub, project collaboration and sharing. So of course we have heard this now in this live many times, that sharing of that code and everything is possible with the GitHub. And project collaboration means I'm working on a project or a product or a software. So 10 people can work on a software. How they will work and everything, each and every command, how it look like to work in an MNC using Git and GitHub, I will be demonstrating that today only, here in this live only. Okay, so just be patient, because understanding this is very much important, because in interview you won't be working directly on the Git and GitHub, but they will be asking you questions on Git and GitHub. So if you are not knowing the questions and definition and what is Git and GitHub, you won't be able to answer it, although you know how to work on it. So this is two different part, because people usually ask me why you are doing this live and everything in English. We understand Hindi, so do it in English, in Hindi or any other in language. So I suggest them that okay, I can do it in Hindi, but will you able to answer the same concept in interview in English? Unless and until you heard the technical word from me, you heard the other stuffs, like there are words in software engineering we used in day-to-day life as a software engineer. If you aren't going to heard that terminology from me, how you will be able to answer an interview? And if you won't be able to answer an interview, you won't be able to get job, of course. Sir, I have a question. Someone saying only you learn Python. This is not good, so I am confused. After Python, what I do? DSA in Python or start learning Java, because Java is a good for off campus. Okay, so see, that is why I always say English is good. It's helping in practicing communicating skill. Of course, yes, of course. My native is not. I am not. My native is not English. I've also learned English, and I've also made mistake while communicating in English. Okay, let me answer the Kajal's question. Okay, Kajal. So see, learning and hearing from others won't make your career. Ultimately, each and everyone will say do this, do that, do that, do this, and that will end up you being confused and not getting a job if you want to pursue job in the field of software engineering. Why it is important? See, learning curve is important, learning roadmap is important. That's what I've just started on the code with NM. There should be a proper roadmap. Why roadmap is important? Because today I'm learning Python. I don't want to go on Java and any other programming language. Python itself is a very powerful programming language. Then from Python, what should my next step? If I'm interested in data, then I can go in data analyst. If I'm interested in data, I can go in data engineering. If I'm good at maths and Python, I can go to data science, I can go to ML, I can go to AI. And just mark my word, the salary of data scientist, ML engineer, AI engineer is way beyond our imagination. I myself is a full stack cloud engineer and AI engineer. MNCs pay exponential to us depending on the what type of college you are. For example, I'm from tier 1 college, IIT. I'm not sure about you all. So if you are from tier 2 and tier 3, the package will be you will be seeing the difference in the package. Of course, this is how MNCs hire. They pick from first tier 1 colleges. Okay, so make sure you have a proper roadmap, and if you are not sure what to do after Python, you can join my Discord. The link is already there in the live chat. I've just pinged that link, and what I have started is I've started with a career guidance. So let me also introduce my career guidance to you all, and that is free up till 10 students. So make sure you all, if you are interested in this, just go to code with NM career guidance. Here you need to first login is simple. Just click on it and just do a Google sign in, and there is a form. So if I do it, continue with Google, not sure which ID will appear. Okay, just fill this form. Let me do it only right here. Let me log in first and I will show you the form itself. Why it is important? Because you all should know what needs to be done next. See, learning Python, sir, I am not sure after learning Python will be performing good as being as a data analyst. Will I be good at a data scientist? That's what my career guidance is all about. So this is the form. You need to fill your name, your phone number, your age, graduation year, or if you are still in first year and you will be graduating in 2030, 2028, you need to fill that state and city and what you are pursuing, your college name, and this. So I've already started this. I've already held 5 learners, and see my web, I've just ignored those 5 and I've just start that 5 was also free, and I've again given the 10 free slot, out of which 1 has been utilized and 9 remaining. So make sure you fill out the form. How this proceed: once you fill up the form, I will get this data behind the scene, I will understand your data, I will schedule a Google Meet with you of a half an hour meeting. Then in that half an hour meeting we will be discussing together, not I only guiding you. I also understand your pain point, understand your interest of field, and then I will be guiding you, do this next, and we will be creating a roadmap for you for next 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, depending on your grasping power also in learning. And once you achieve that roadmap, for example, we met on next in 20 August, and 20th of August I told you learn this skill set. Of course, from Code with Enema, wherever you want to learn, you're comfortable with, just go and learn that, and make sure that learning should be free. Learning should always be free. I just believe in free learning. Education should not be paid. Then after that, on 20th of August, we will meet again, and I will be helping you to build your resume. Then I will be helping you to build your LinkedIn profile. I will be helping you on 20th August. This is an example that how to apply. If you want to do a job in India, how to do it. If you want to apply outside India, how to search that particular companies and how to shortlist that particular profile that you are interested to work on, and how to apply and do all this. So this career guidance is divided into 3 phases. First phase, we will understand your pain point, your problem, and if there is any educational gap, career gap. So we will be sitting together, spending proper half an hour. This is all jotted down behind the scene, because I need to track everything. That because after 1 month you come, okay sir, my next career guidance, then there are ample of student I'm handling in 1 day. So for me it is difficult to track down everyone. That's why I've created a complete mapping system, and of course the meeting and everything will be auto scheduled. And after the second meeting, then you start job hunting. Once you got the job on an offer letter, the third meeting will be with me, discussing that should you take that offer letter, or else you have that offer letter on hold and just start applying for the others also. Why? Because in my time when I was applying on my first job was in Microsoft. So at that time I have the offer from TCS, Wipro, and other companies also. So why I choose Microsoft? There was 3 things. Of course, it was an MNC. Others also are, but the learning curve in Microsoft was way more there compared to other companies. Why? Because Microsoft is a product company, TCS and Wipro are the service based company. We need to understand the difference of this. Then package also, of course money involves. So you swing that side only where there is a major package. So second was the money, and third was the opportunity I can have inside the company and the organization. Okay, so this type of things you need to know. That's what the complete roadmap is all about. And this career guidance, you just took the admission in software engineering as a computer science student or an information technology student. I am the student of computer science, and then I started learning this and that my teacher told, my friend told, my uncle told, my dad told, my auntie told. That doesn't make any sense. You should have a proper roadmap and a goal and a time limit goal. If I'm learning Python, I should learn Python in 2 months. I'm not learning Python from last 1 year and not getting something out of it. That is a waste of your time and resource. Okay, so make sure you all register, and after this 9 slot, I won't be able to make it free because I've already handling 5 free career guidance, and then 10 the 15, and managing this, doing live, creating free resources and everything takes time. And also I'm on job, so I need to wake up late at night to provide you all this. So my take is, my quiz are free, resources are free, challenges are free on Discord. Coding challenges and everything is free, but I will make this paid after the 10, and the fees is bare minimum. I am thinking to make it under 100 rupees only, below 100 or below 80, that you all can afford it. Why I'm making this paid? Because this will take my time and my efforts compared to other time and efforts going behind the other things, creating resources, because here I need to jot down everything, not just in my DB of website, also in my diary, schedule a meeting and need to remember the meeting, schedule my calendar also, see the slot timing, and I will be guiding you through that. So if there are 15 to 20 learners for the career guidance, and the career guidance is about 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, it can go beyond that also. So if someone is in the first year and they want job, so it's engineering of 4 years, I need to remember that guy for 4 years, and of course the learning curve and every data of it. So for me it is very difficult to have track of this everything. That's why I will be making paid after that 10 slots. So make sure you just come into this free slot and get it free, get this resource free. Okay, let me quickly go through the live chat. How does Git differs from code memory and other similar software? I will be just explaining to you all. That's what the definition is all about. It's distributed version control system. That's the answer for it. I also heard that C and CPP is the best for DSA because it supports memory access. Yes, of course, you are correct, Saurav. Now I remember your name, Techno C2. It's Saurav and Kajal. Thank you, sir, for clearing my doubt. What was the cost of the career guidance? You don't need to pay anything. You just come and register yourself before this 9 remaining seat and get it free. Or else I will think on keeping at below 100 only. I don't want to charge anything that much. It's because your data are stored on the database, and the database cost is coming to me only itself. So that's it. It will be a bare minimum, and the career guidance will be in the 3 part, of course. So I've already explained. I don't want to reiterate myself. When you take the next lecture live and which topic? Of course, I've done with the Python thing. Now we are on the Git and GitHub. So today Sunday, I will be taking the next on Wednesday, and Wednesday live we will be creating a real world project, and not just creating in Python and having the DBS MongoDB connecting and testing it on the Postman. Also we will be uploading that complete real world project in GitHub. And after learning this live, I want you all to go and get my project, and then I will keeping that project as open source on Wednesday, and I want you all to add something from your side to that project, contribute to your project. So in that way you will also create your GitHub profile, and you will be a GitHub contributor into my project, and then you can showcase this in your resume on your job. You can brag about it, literally brag about it, but you need to do it. So let's understand the Git and GitHub. Back to the topic. I think on the primary focus is done. Okay, environment. So feature, environment, and Git runs locally on machine, and GitHub hosted online in the cloud, which is nothing but a website, and this runs locally. As you can already saw, we have installed the software and it is there in a local system. That's why it says it's run locally. Interfaces, Git command line interfaces, CLI. That's I've already told. It's also have a GUI, but I just once I worked on GUI. I don't like the GUI of Git. I like to work on CLI. What is CLI? Command line interface. It's nothing but your CMD, but the CMD of Git. And here it has graphical user interface, which is nothing but a website. On a GitHub, we interact with website. I've already shown you create your account, sign in, and this type of interface will be coming. I will be showing it again. Next, second feature, internet needed. So works entirely offline. Git works entirely offline. You do not need internet or any type of internet connectivity. Simple. But GitHub, as it is a website, it's simply explainable that it's require an active internet connection. Simple. Now it is created by Linus in 2005, and GitHub's now Microsoft own it. They acquired GitHub in 2018. So let's learn something more about this guy, why it is important. Who is this guy? This is important now. Let me quickly zoom in. So Linus most commonly refers to either his complete name, and he is an American software engineer who created Linux operating system, kernel, and Git version control. So this is the guy who is responsible, and we should thank him that he created Git and of course Linux. And he is so humble guy that he didn't charge anything, because as Git is open source, it is free for us. in similar way, Linux operating system is also free for us. So he never made any single penny, any single rupee, or any type of money on Linux and Git. There are others ways he made a money, but for people like us, like I am doing live and providing resources for free, so he also gave us a completely operating system, Linux operating system, completely free, and GitHub. So if you're working on an MNCs and then you start loving GitHub, that how GitHub make software engineers life very easy, just thank this guy. This is the most important guy in the world of software engineering, because of him the software engineer world was reshaped. Okay, that's why it is important to know about him. Okay, so let's continue with our Git and GitHub. So now I hope you understand what is Git and what is GitHub and the major difference between them. Okay, now let's jump onto the GitHub. Let's create our repository, and what is repository there, we will understand this, and then we will be now jumping into the commands, and then from our local system, that app.py, we will be pushing it to the GitHub. Okay, and then I will sharing you the link, and let's see, you all can see that app.py. If you are able to see it, then okay, and then we will be continuing after seeing what we need to do on it. Okay, let me create. Okay, this is my GitHub. This is how my GitHub looks like. Let us create a new repository. I will click on this repository over here. Here is a new in green. I've clicked on new. Let's name it GitHub demo, and it will check is this available or not. Why it will check? Because you can have you can't have same repository name. For example, if I create Git demo, again I can't create Git demo. Okay, you can't have same repository name. Okay, and what is repository? Repository is a place where all your codes, all your files will be stored. We were talking about, yes, Git stores and we can share. So where it will store? It will store in repository. So repository is nothing but it is a place where your file and code resides or store. So description, if you want to give a description, you can give it. So we are learning Git and GitHub, so I'm just giving this description. It's temporary, but it depends on what type of project you're doing. If you're doing a fast API, like we have already seen an example of creating a code with an institute with the help of our APIs, so you can describe that over here. Okay, here is the configuration. This first was the general, the owner. Here is a owner and the repository name. The second one was a description, and in configuration, choose visibility. Choose who can see and commit to repository. If my screen is not visible, let me zoom in a bit. I hope now it is visible. Okay, so choose visibility, choose who can see and commit to this repository. If it is public, it is accessible to each and everyone. And the second one is private. Okay, so I will be creating it as public because I want to share with you all. If you don't want that anyone can see or do anything with your code, just make it as private. Okay, now add readme. What is readme? Readme is the detailed description about your project, that what all the libraries, I'm talking about Python because this is a Python series, what type of libraries you have utilized in your project, and what is this project, what is this all about. Okay, that type of detailed description goes inside readme, and we will be creating our readme and how to create it. So just have it off. We will create it offline, and then we will be pushing it to the GitHub. The second is add git ignore. Okay, what is git ignore is many times I don't want to push few files on internet. For example, I've created APIs, and also I've created paid APIs, just an example. So how paid APIs work is we will have an API key, and the people who are paying me as a subscription, if I'm getting the people who are paying me monthly 100 rupees, so I will be providing an API to them, API key to them, and with the help of that key they can use my APIs. As simple as that. Lock-in key, just understand, those who have the key, they will access your room, and those who haven't, those who does not have a key, they won't be able to access your room. As simple as that. So in git ignore, this is a file where we keep all the files that we do not want to push on GitHub. For example, I don't want to push, there is a file which will be holding all my credentials. Credentials means my ID and passwords. So I don't want that file. By mistakenly, I won't be I do not push to GitHub. By mistakenly also, knowing or unknowingly, if you are pushing something to GitHub which is very much critical for you all, so make sure inside git ignore you add that file name, and ultimately git will ignore that file. I will show you this also, just explaining it. And license, so if you want to have license for your product, then go and just click on the license you have, and if not, then keep it as no license. Okay, means you have a patent project, and then after doing a patent you will have a license, then you can add that license over here. Okay, let's create this. Click create repository. Okay, once that is created, this type of UI, this is GUI of website, this type of UI will be appearing in front of you. Okay, so first thing first, our name of the repository was git demo. It shows git demo. Also it says public because I have kept it as public. Now just ignore this and also ignore this, because this is the copilot, means this is a GitHub AI. It will help you if you are stuck with something, but I usually don't like to take help of AI. Okay, and the second part is add collaborator to git repository. So if you have 3 friends working on a same project, or 5 friends, or 2 of you are working on a same project, then you can invite the collaborator, means you can invite your friend that you both are working on this same project. How you can invite it? Just click on this invite collaborator, and he also or she also has created his or her profile. Like my profile name is Neil1403. So for your case it can be different. For example, like Saurav and I are working on this project, so I will click here, and Saurav ID is Saurav 007. So I will invite and type Saurav 007, and then Saurav will receive an invitation in his GitHub account, and then he need to accept that invitation, and then we both can work on the same project. Okay, let's scroll down. You can see a quick setup if you are done this type of thing before. So if not, it's okay. So the first thing first, this is my URL. This is my URL of this git demo. This is my URL of this git. For example, like copy it, and let's open an incognito mode, and if I visit this, see, this is accessible in incognito mode also. Why? Because it is public. If it is private, there will be an error. Okay, please share external terminals for Mac, for Windows. Yeah, sure, I will do it. Okay, let's understand this first, and I will be doing that. Okay, hope you understand where you can find the URL of your repository. If you want to share this repository with someone, you need to copy this URL. If you are not finding this URL, simply it's in your browser itself. This is the same thing, you are seeing it over here. Okay, so you can directly share the URL of your page, or else you can copy it from here. Understood? And there are 2 methods. The first method is HTTPS. I don't want to go into SSH. Okay, so let's keep it as HTTPS. And these are the few sets of command we need to do it if we want to store anything on a GitHub. So this is up till here, we stop on GitHub, and let's now go into our folder structure, and with the help of Git, let's push our app.py to our GitHub. Okay, but do not close this, because this is important. This set of command is important if you are not familiar with the Git. If you are, then you will be by hearting this all ultimately, but do not close it if you are doing it for first 10, 20, 50 or 100 times, unless and until you by heart this. Okay, So let me quickly open that app.py file. So this is my file. Let me zoom in a bit. This was a file we have created, app.py, and it simply has a printing statement. Right click inside this folder structure, git demo, and click on show more, and here you will see open git bash. Click on the git bash. This type of CLI, this is CLI of git, will be open in front of you. Just cross verify your local folder address, which is code with nm, and git demo. I'm inside git demo, of course. Now there are few commands. First thing first, let's verify the version of git and let's see if there is any error or not. Okay, so to verify the version, it says git -- version and hit enter. So I am on a version of 2.49.0. In your case, if you have downloaded the latest version of git, it will show that version of the git. Okay, now we only have one file over here, is git app. We have only one file, git app. If you do not have any git related file over here, and if you try any command of the git, for example, I'm trying one of the command of git is git status. So let's try git status and it will give me an error. It's saying fatal, not a git repository. Understood? Means it says there is nothing related to git in this folder. What folder? Git demo. So before doing anything inside git, you need to have git initialize over here. To do it, just type git init, and so once you hit enter, it will say initialize empty git repository in the code with nm in that repo, and behind the scene you will see this file has been automatically created, and now all the git command will be recognized in this folder. Understood up till here? Okay, let's now hit git status again, because that's what's the error we got on git status. Now it recognize this git command. It says on branch master. So now how git works, it works on a branching system. That's why it is known as distributed version control system. There is a branch name as master. Now what is branch? So it's nothing but I will explain you on GitHub. We can work on branch. For example, you're working on a file, I'm working on a same file. So what git will do, it will have, we need to create two different branches. We can create two different branches of a same branch. For example, there is a mango tree. Mango tree has different types of branches. So we won't touch the main stem. We never touch stem of any tree. What we cut down the branches of the tree. So in a similar way, we never touch the master or main branch in GitHub. We make a clone of it. I will just do it in front of you also. Just understand it in the English definition. We clone master and main, and then we do the changes we required in that particular branch. So let's understand now. For the master only, there is a branch named master. It says no commit yet, an untracked file. Untracked file means this file is still exists in my local system, but it is not tracked by Git itself. So we need to track it. To track it, there are two methods. We need to do git add file name, that app.py, or else if there are more than one file, you can say git add space dot. Up till now it is clear. Git add space dot will be adding all the files, or else you want to do or add particular file. Adding means making git tracked this file, because currently this app.py is in red, means it is an untracked file. Okay. Yeah, I've shared the link in the live chat. Okay. Yeah, back to it. Because we have only one file, I will add app.py and I hit enter. and there is no error or nothing. So don't get confused that okay, it was success or not. If it doesn't give anything, it is success. If there is error, it will give you error. Okay, so how to check that this app.py file is now being tracked with Git? Initially it was untracked, so to check it, it's just simply git status again. Just do git status again, and you can see the changes to be committed. Means now this file is being tracked. It says new file app.py and it is in green color. Just remember the color. If it is red, it is untracked. If it is in green, now we have tracked the file in Git. So now Git knows about app.py, and of course just remember this two things. Git is in your local system and Git can work offline. So tracking it on Git won't be uploading this file automatically to your GitHub. You need to do commit to this file. Means you have tracked this file, you can also untrack the file. Means I by mistakenly tracked one file, I don't want that file to be tracked, so I can untrack. This will happen in your local because Git is local. Nothing will go to GitHub unless and until you make a commit. So it says no commit yet. Let's make first commit. Let's do first commit. To do it, the command is nothing but git commit -m. Now what is -m? This is a flag, simply means message. We need to add some meaningful message because now this message will go to the GitHub, and if there are more than one developers working on the same project, they will know why this file exists and what are the changes you have done to this file. So this is my first changes. So I will say initial changes or initial commit. Understood? You can have whatever message you want to have, but that should make sense. Okay, and let's hit enter. Now see, it says master root commit, and this is your commit ID. That's how it tracks who and what changes in Git and GitHub people are doing. Okay, so it will create a tracking ID, and tracking ID message is initial commit, and it says one file changed, one insertion, and create mode, whatever the number it is having here, and the file name is app.py. Okay, if now I do git status, what it says, nothing to commit, working tree clean. Here it says changes to commit, there was one file, now I have committed that changes app.py, so it says nothing to commit, means there is no file in the tracked or untracked scenario. We have committed each and every changes. Now before pushing it, let me open my GitHub and let's see one small thing. First thing first, let's see, you are seeing this master. By default Git works on master branch, but your GitHub works on main branch, and the name is clashing. Master is different, main is different. So how we can convert this master into main? And of course, if you try to push here, let me hit that command git push, it will say error, fatal is error over here, no configured push destination. It is asking where to push. Bro, you are trying to push something, but where to push? I don't know. You need to have the URL of your repository or name of your repository. So we haven't mentioned our repository name or our repository URL to Git. Git is local, and GitHub is live. So let me open my GitHub again. This is our GitHub, and here up till here we have done, see, the first commit or initial commit, we have done it. Now I've already told you GitHub works on main branch, so this is the command to change from master to main. So let's copy it, come to Git, this is our Git, and you can right click and paste it, or you can do shift insert. So if you are unable to find where is the insert button, just do right click and paste, or if you know where is the insert button, click shift insert. Okay, and just hit enter to this command. Now you see the changes, master has changed to main. This is important, that's why I told you do not close your GitHub, because it holds all the command you need to execute. Git branch -m main means we are saying change the branch name from master to main. As simple as that. That is the explanation of it. Now let's see what is the next command. Next command is git remote add origin. So this is the URL of our repository and we are adding it. Why it is named as remote? Because our local system is local, and this is remote means this is on an internet, this is live. Why it is remote? Because if you are in India right now, you can access this Git repository, your repository. If you go to Japan, Germany, America, you will be still able to access this. That's why it is known as remote. Okay, so let's add this. Let's copy this, go to our GitHub and just insert this, hit enter, and there is no error, means it successfully added my remote repository, which is nothing but on GitHub, to my Git. Don't get confused. Git is local, Git is your software, and this is repository of GitHub. Up till now we are going well, I think, and let me complete this and then I will asking you questions. Okay, the next command, let's go to the I know all the commands, but for you all sake I'm doing this step by step. Okay, so next command is git push -u origin main. Means we are saying now whatever changes we have tracked and committed, we added the remote repository. Now to that repository, push everything. So let's copy this, and main is our branch, so that's why it is main over there, and come on here, let's paste it and hit enter, and you will see that everything has been pushed to your origin main. Means your main branch. Everything means in our case it's app.py only. So let's go to this URL. It's saying go to this URL. We have already have that URL open, means the website open, our repository open. Let's come here, refresh this page, and once you refresh it, we haven't added the readme, so it says add readme. I will be adding it. You say the branch name is main and there are no other branches, and you can see app.py, it says initial commit, and it also give you the time of commitment. So 5 minutes ago I just tracked that file, means, and then committed it. Also the commit ID, and if you click that commit ID, you will be able to know what type of changes that particular developer has made. And let's stop here. I don't want to jump onto the comment, that is a later part. Let's understand this first. I hope you understand this main branch. The file is also there, who has committed it. So me myself has committed this, and the commit message is initial message, and of course the commit ID and the name, and it says one commit because I just made one commit to this file, one changes to this file. If I do changes again, it will say 2 commit, 3 commit, 4 commit to this complete Git demo. Up till now, if it is clear, give me a thumbs up. I will be waiting for few seconds for you all to reply. I have seen few are giving the thumbs up. For others, let's wait for few seconds. Okay, for Shivam also it's clear. Okay, so let's now make some other changes to app.py, and let's redo this again, because I've just initially committed this. If I alone, I need to myself update the code, how the process look like. So let me go to my Git first, and there is one command I want to show you is log. Means if there are 10 developers are working and you need to get the track of everything, you can do it with the help of GitHub also. I will show you there, but there is command on the Git also if you want to check your own changes. So there is a command known as Git Log for everything you have done up till now in this particular repository, that is Git demo. Or else if you want one line, so just say git space log space hyphen hyphen one line, hit enter. So it will show you all the commits you have done. So this is one line. One line means we have done initial commit. Okay, we will come back and check the logs again once we do the other changes. So let me open the VS Code and let's do some changes. Let's say print star into 5. Save it and let's see the output. So here we have 5 star and learning Git. Okay, and we have done these changes, and now let's open our Git. So this is our Git, and let's hit first thing first, Git status. See, once I hit Git status, it says you are on main branch. Of course we are on the main branch, we already know that, and your branch is up to date, means all the previous changes were there on the main branch. Now this changes has not stage for commit. Stage means this changes is untracked. This changes is untracked. Not stage means untracked. If it is stage means it is tracked. So to make the see, it says modify app.py. Initially it was saying new file because app.py was new to Git. Now it says there is some modification, so it is tracking that file and there is some modification to app.py we have done. So let's change this untracked file, means not staged file, to tracked, means to staged. It's just the terminology. Untracked simply means not staged, and tracked means stage. Okay, to make it we need to just do git add. So I've already showed you git add with the file name. Let me show you with git add space dot. Simply space dot will add everything from not stage to stage, means from untracked to track. Let me hit enter, and now there is no error, means it successfully tracked that file. And if you do git status, see the color is in green. That's what how you identify very quickly. Or else you say that changes to be committed, means this changes to be committed. So let's commit the changes. Git commit -m double quotes, and I just simply saying added new printing or added new print. I don't want to complicate it. I've added new print. This is my message, commit message. Okay, let's hit enter. Once you enter, it will say 1 file change, 2 insertion, okay, and 1 deletion. Okay, how 2 insertion, 1 deletion? Because it is tracking how many space bar I have had, how many backspace I have had. If you go a bit before in this video, in this live, I just was typing something in and then I backspace it, so it's tracking something. But leave that part. I don't want to complicate it. And then now let's push. Now we don't need to do this command like git push. Let me show you that command first. Okay, the main branch. This command, git push -u origin main. This you need to do it once you set the URL, the path, the remote one, and then only once you need to do git push -u origin main, means you are saying any changes in this folder will originally go to main. Now you just need to do git push and it will ultimately push to your main branch only. Git push, just hit it and everything is gone to main branch itself with an ID, of course the commit ID. And let's quickly see it in our GitHub also. So we need to refresh it. Once you refresh it, it says first 2 commits. Hope this is visible. I have zoom it in more. Okay, if I'm zooming, that 2 commit is gone. Okay, it shows 2 commit and it was under a minute, and this is the new commit ID, and I've added that commit message was added new print, and it was done by me. That's why my alias has been shown or my username has been shown. Let's click on this commit because I want to see what is that +2 and -1. That also Git was also showing 2 insertion and 1 deletion. Let's click on it. I've clicked on it. So here it says that minus and minus, just ignore it. This was the deletion. If you click, if you see here, +2 -1, so this is the +2 and that was the -1, and so on. Okay, if you have not if you and I working on the same project, like like Saurav, Shivam, and Kajal and me. We four are working on this same project, and I like Saurav's idea, and Saurav likes Kajal's idea, Kajal likes Shivam idea, but you three didn't like my idea. Then you can idea means the code itself. You didn't like my code, that you will say in future it will create a problem for us. Then you can leave a comment for me. Leave a comment from me, and after resolving that comment, we all four will be accepting these changes into other branches. Now let's talk about other branches. What are other branches and how we all will be working together on a same project? That is important. And before that, I told you that after doing one changes, I will be showing you Git log. So we have seen one line log. Let's see the complete Git log. So this is how this is complete Git log. You will get the commit ID. This is the complete commit ID, and author was me itself. Of course, the date was Sunday 12 July, and the time was 12/21/46 2026, and this is plus 0530 is nothing but IST time, so that's what it is showing. And it says added new print. Before that, I have this commit, and it says initial commit and all the records. Okay, so Git log will be giving you the detail level of log. If you do git hyphen one line, so it will nothing but give you the one line logs. And why logs is important, if sometimes I have done the wrong commit, I want to go on to the my previous commit, because I don't want this added new, I want to go on to the previous commit. That's what it is important. For example, you are working on Excel file, you have worked you just added few columns of data and you save it, and then you revisit your Excel file and you made a mistake and you save it. Can you go back again on that previous one in Excel? Yes or no in the chat. Meantime, if you are not sure about Excel, but here in Git you will be sure, because in Git we can jump on to our previous commit. We can just ignore or delete this commit and we can jump on to the previous commit. But make sure you don't do this type of mistake. You just check your code multiple times and then add it to the Git, and then commit and push it to the GitHub, because in MNCs this type of mistake is very much what can I say, this type of mistake will cost you your job. Simple. This type of mistake will be costing your job. You can be fired. And so that's why there are because now I've created a public repository in GitHub, so you can do anything you want. You have all the access. In job, in companies, it is in a control environment. Only managers, leads and above will have an access to the main. You all be working with the different branches. So let's jump onto the branches and let's see what type of branches I'm talking about. So there are two things. You can create branch out of main. You can create branch out of main. Let me open this. And this is important because now we have learned about Git, we have learned about GitHub, we have seen the difference between Git and GitHub. We have also seen how to use Git and what are the command, and how Git is pushing everything to a GitHub. Up till now it was basic. Now I'm jumping how in real world a software engineer works in day-to-day life. Okay, so let me open my GitHub. There are two things. Okay, you joined as an intern in software engineering or in any MNCs. There your mentor or your buddy will teach you about that. This is our main repo and this codes and everything they will explain you. Just make a branch out of main and then you can clone it and you work it. If you don't know the GitHub, what is main branch, how to create another branch from main branch, and then what is clone, what he or she, your mentor, is talking about on job, you will be having a great question mark on your face, and then ultimately you will be jumping to GPT or YouTube and any learning resources at that time. Why to wait up till that point? Just learn it right away here in live only. And of course in MNCs, many websites won't open. Like majority time you can't be able to open, or else you won't be able to open YouTube or Google and Quora and everything else. So that makes life difficult if you don't know this stuff. Okay, so let's create a feature branch out of this main. So I will be clicking on this main, or else we will be seeing two example. If I don't want to touch my main branch, from my Git, we will be creating another feature branch from our local system and pushing everything to the GitHub. And also we can do vice versa. We can create a branch from our GitHub and then use it in our local. Okay, so let's do first from Git, because we are already going in that mindset. We are seeing the commands and everything. Then we will come to GitHub and how to clone and everything I was talking about. I will show you. Okay, so let me do this from Git, and let me open my Git. So before that, we need to make few changes, or else what changes we will be pushing to feature branch. What is feature branch? It is nothing but a branch made out of from main. Okay, it has all the files of main, but also the new file you are going to add a new code. Okay, let me open my VS Code and do some changes. Some means let's create main.py. Okay, and I won't adding anything. I just adding a comment. Let's say testing, or let's say creating feature branch. Let's save it. We have created a new file. Now I don't want to push this new file to my main. Why it is important? For example, how in MNCs is what, let me share those experience with you all first. Sometimes your product is not able to run on local. For example, you're working as a full stack cloud engineer, or a backend cloud engineer, or a front end cloud engineer. Whatever the scenario, it is cloud related. Understand this. And that company's product, you won't be able to test it locally. Why? Because the product itself will be working on cloud. The wiring and the mapping of the URL and other things will be working when that particular product is on cloud. Means might it will be hosted on AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, or your company can have their own infrastructures of cloud. Okay, so you won't be able to test it locally. For example, you have created a button, and hitting that button, user will be logged out. This is the easiest example I'm taking. This type of job won't be there in companies. There are very hard and new feature requirement changes is there. So I'm just for your all sake, I'm taking this example. Okay, so you just implemented that feature that clicking on this button, you will be logging out from the website itself, but you can't test it locally. So what you do, you push your changes to a particular branch, and that branch is known as feature branch. In my case, you can name it Saurav, you can name it as Shivam, you can name it as Kajal. Okay, but professionally we say as the Jira iTrack, because how MNCs work, there is a ticket system, and that ticket is known as Jira iTrack. So there is an iTrack number assigned to you, and in that iTrack, all the, if there is an error, if there is a feature development, whatever you're working on, that iTrack number you copy and you create a branch from main with the help of that iTrack number. Or else if you are doing a feature, you can say feature hyphen my iTrack number is iTrack 111. Okay, understood? This is how professionally you create a feature. You can't just directly name feature branch. In our example, I'm naming it, but professionally, what are the standard of that company, of that team you're working, of the product you're working, you need to name it. Understood? Okay. So once you create it, you push the changes to that feature branch. Once that feature branch have all the changes with the help of Jenkins and everything, I just don't want to go into the cloud architecture and everything. You use that branch to deploy your code and test it in one of your environments, cloud environments. Okay, and then you test it. Okay, the logout is working. Then what you will do, you will raise a request from your branch to main branch, and I will showing you that what type of request I'm talking about. Okay, up till here if it is clear, let's just demonstrate that and create our feature branch with the help of Git, and then I will be showing you what was the request I was talking about, raising a request. Okay, so let me create that feature branch. So first let's see Git status. Okay, it says main.py. This is an untracked file. Okay, So now I will be creating my feature. Git switch -c is for creating my feature branch, and I will be naming it as 01, feature 01, and let's hit enter. Okay. See, it says git switch is not a command. Why? Is there a typo in switch? Yes. So if you make typo also, it will generate such type of error. I saw that typo, but I want to generate this error to show you. And also Git recommends you, okay, the most similar command is this. Means it is suggesting you if you are trying to do switch. So this is the actual spelling of switch, or anything else. If you do typo into add or something else, it will help you out. Okay. So let's hit enter. Now it says switched to new branch feature 01. See, from main we have switched to feature 01. Up till now understood? Give me a thumbs up. The story you understood in the real scenario, and of course here we are seeing the feature. You have understood this? And if you do git status here, remember we are on the new branch, we are not on the main branch. It still says this file is untracked for git feature. So let's add it. Let me add this file. You can name it, or the easiest thing is to git space add space dot, and it is added. If you do git status, now that red turns into the green. Done. Now git commit -m, and let's have added new file named main.py. This is the commit message. I hit enter. Now if you push the code, will it go to the main or will it go to the feature.01? Sorry, feature -01. Answer this. If I hit a command git push, where it will go? It will go to main or feature -0? Quickly in the chat. Just type, if it go to main, just type main, or else type feature. I will understand. Feature. Okay. So Shivam is saying feature. I think feature. Okay. Okay. So as per up till now the explanation, you all are correct. It will push to the feature branch, but again the question arises is there any feature branch on GitHub? Have we created any feature -01 on GitHub? Let me open my GitHub. We have only one branch main. If I try to push also, it will say there is no branch, or else I am unable to find branch feature -1. So how we can push it from locally feature branch to our remote GitHub branch? So there is a simple command. You have already seen it. To push it, this is the basic command git push, but we need to say -u origin and then our feature branch name. Understood? Once you need to do it. Once for main also we need to do this, and then we were doing git push. Yes. So for main also we need to do it, and again for feature also we need to do it. Up till here you understood? So now also understand this. Our main branch is on our previous commit. Main branch doesn't know about this main.py file. Our feature branch, we have committed this main.py file to feature branch, and let's push this to GitHub. Let's hit enter. Okay. See, it says it's already this call our original git.demo, and it created feature -1. It created, see, it's a create a pull, and it created on the GitHub. Let's go to the GitHub, and it says feature 01 has recent pushes 2 seconds above, and there is a button called as compare and pull. Let's hit it. Let's hit this button. Now there is no description we need to add. In real world, you need to add the description that in this description you need to add what all the changes and why it was required. Okay, and here if you see, this is the main thing. See, this is feature 1 and the arrow showing it is going to base. This is how you in the real world work on one product. For example, we have one main branch. Out of main branch, I have created my own feature branch from my local Git. Yes, from my local Git. Okay, and then now I'm trying to merge my code to the main. So let me open this in a new tab. Let's see the difference. See, if I'm clicking on this main, you will see feature 01. Yes, you are seeing feature 01 means this branch from Git has been successfully created. Now by default, GitHub, once you visit the repository, by default it will open the main branch. Main branch only have my app.py, and the last commit was added new print. We have added star into 5 and printing 5 star. Okay, if I switch the branch to feature 01, see, it also has main.py with the commit message, added new file name, main.py. Understood? So feature branch has one extra file from main. Now if I want to have this main file into my main, that was the compare and pull request was. That was the this open. So let me close the first one itself, and if you understood this feature and main, so it will says feature 01 had a recent push, and you won't have access to this. Means you won't be you will be able to see compare and pull, and you need to raise a request to your seniors. Maybe in you are working as a junior software engineer, so once you do your changes into your branch, which is feature 01, then you need to click on compare and pull request, and then from here you need to select the branch itself. Might in the MNCs main branch you are able to pull or create new branch out of main, but it won't be directly accessible to you. For example, you are in a first quarter release cycle. There is a release cycle of a software in the MNCs, and you are in a first quarter, so it will say main-q1, and you are only allowed to push your code to main-q1, not directly to the main. And this is a structure why MNCs follows, because they do not want their entire application to crash on the cloud. Why? You have never seen YouTube crash, you have never seen Instagram crash, you will never see GitHub crash. Why? Because of this distributed version control system. Each and every one are working on their own branch, and there is ultimately one branch name as main.q1. Everything goes inside that q1, then tester rigorously test that q1 branch application, and if everything seems fine, then ultimately from main-q1 everything is merged to main, and this all will be done by lead engineers or managers, not by you as a junior developer. Okay, I got each and every access when since I was senior developer in company, but it completely depends on the knowledge you hold on Git and GitHub. Okay, majorly in companies they give the access to leads only, and leads and above means manager, director and others. Okay, so you will only able to do this. Just understand this is the main branch for our example, and you're trying to merge your changes from feature to main. You need to type why this changes is important and what you have done. Just I'm typing A B C for right now for our example, and you need to click on create pull request from your branch to main. You need to hit on create pull request. I hit it, and then it says I have comment that why this changes is required, and I'm just adding a new file to main.py. This is nothing but our commit message, and of course it says no conflict, merge can be performed. This is important. This is very much important. Yes, you push to the feature, not to the main branch, of course. So this is important. Why this is important? There is no conflict with the base branch. Now let's go back to my first example in this life was, if I and Saurav were working on the same file, I removed some important code which Saurav required, and then Saurav also performing new operations or writing new lines of code. I removed line number 15. He was writing code on line number 22 and he required that line number 15 there. And we both from our branches where raise a pull request, we raise a pull request to main, then it will say conflict in that app.py file, because I have removed that line number 15 code and Saurav's code depend on that line number 15. So it will say conflict with the base branch or other things. And also there are two types of conflict. If we are working on the same file and we remove some codes also, then it is conflict. And second one is, if the main branch already has some file changes but your feature branch doesn't have that changes, it will say conflict. Your base branch means main and feature should be aligned. For example, main should not have a new added feature code anything which you have, but if main is plus one step ahead of you, for example main will have 2 more files or 3 more lines of code in app.py that you didn't have, then there is a conflict in your code. So you need to resolve that conflict. How you will resolve it? You need to get those file or those code which is there in main but missing in your feature branch. After having those file in the feature branch, then you can re-raise this pull request. Understood? And of course this is how it's look like. It says #1 means this is the pull request #1, and it says added new file main.py, and who raised it? I raised it, one commit, and from my branch to main branch. Also this is a conversation between the developers, among the developers. And then if you hit on commit, this is the committed file. And of course I will just talk about check later. Let's come on to the file changes. What are the file changes I have done? So this was the main.py file I have created, and this was the code changes I have done. Okay, so here if you see submit review, we need to just have the approval. In MNCs, in real world, we need to have approval more than 2 or 3 developers, and they will check your code. If it is good and fine, then they approve your code. Okay, then they approve your code, and then they will merge it to the main branch. Okay, let's talk about the check. So what are check? It's nothing but a few block of code to check your code. Means it is a test cases. What is the test cases? Test cases in UI or in backend, we write a test cases to perform the basic check. First basic check in UI I'm talking about is the spacing issue, that is known as linting issue. If in Python in backend, we will have a test cases that this API should mandatory have this type of stuffs. If that stuff is not there in your code, the checks, this is the test cases, means the checks will ultimately fail and your PR will be rejected. Then you need to have all the checks green, and then only you ask for approval from other developers, and after being approved, you can, if you have the access, to merge to the main, or else the senior will do it for you. Understood? This is how in MNC a software engineer works. So code base changes and making some error working is 50% of your job. Next 50% is make sure your check passes, your file changes, write the complete thing, why you change this, why this change is required, how this change will fix your issue which is mentioned in your iTrack. You need to mention your iTrack number. Then the person you ask, that here it says no review, because I am the only one in this repo. If we 4 are there, then I need to assign my changes to Saurav, that please Saurav check it, or please Kajal check it. If everything seems fine, then you can merge it, or else you can write the comment and we can just discuss the changes what I have done, and after the conflict among us is being solved, okay, Nilesh code will work, then we can merge it. So in our case this is not a problem, so I will be merging this code. So we have already saw main.py was not there in main branch, so let's merge this, and it asks confirm merge. Let's click on this confirm merge, and once we merge it we can close this, or get already closed this PR, means pull request, and once it is merged it changed to purple color and says this is merged now. Let's click on this code. This is the code here. Let's click on this code and you will come to main branch, and you can see the main.py file now is there in our main branch. It was there in feature branch, but it is also there in the main branch now. Understood? And here if you see the pull request 1, because now we have one pull request, either it can be in open state, closed state, or conflict state, but in our case it is in merge state. We have successfully merged the pull request. So here if you come, you see open is 0, close this once, you click on the close, you will see who has and what are the changes were merged to main branch or whatever branch you want to merge, or is there any open PR pending for review and merging. Okay, hope up till now it is clear. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Because after this I will be showing you from here on GitHub. We have now seen from Git, we have created a feature branch and we have pushed to GitHub. Okay, now we will be seeing how to create from GitHub and then use it in our local, and that's what how we do in MNCs also. Okay, because we already have the main in our local, but once you got your laptop, install everything in your laptop, and then your mentor or your senior will giving you the URL of their company's product or project main branch, you need to clone it. So how we will be doing it? Okay, so let me first delete everything from here, because now we will be cloning it from the main, and we have all this inside our main, so I don't want this, so let me delete it. And okay, it says that this particular, this is the error, that it can't be completed deleting because it is open in the another file. So this is the file, git is the file where this git demo has been opened. So let me close the git itself first, and now try it again, and again it is open in the VS code also. We have opened this in the VS code. This is a beginner mistake, that's why I'm showing you, or else I can do it this offline, but I want you all to learn each and everything. So it was open in Git, also it is open in the VS code. So let me close the VS code. Now if I try it again, it will successfully do it, but again it says it is open. So where it is open? It is open in the CMD. This git hyphen demo is open in the CMD. Let's close the CMD now. Let's try it again, and now it successfully deleted the folder. Okay, maybe for someone it is sound funnier or silly what I am demonstrating, but the people who are new to the system, the people who are new to this all, they will find it difficult that why this error is coming again if I am trying to delete a folder, and they won't get it that where this folder is open. They won't get it that they have used a CMD over here, or it is in a Git, or else it is in a VS code. Okay, so this type of beginner mistake you won't do it. I just demonstrated how to solve this. Okay, let me create a new folder and I will name it as same git demo, and let me open this here. Now let's jump to GitHub itself. Now your mentor or your manager or your lead or your buddy and company just told you, okay Saurav, okay Kajal, okay Shivam, this is your main branch. You need to create a branch out of it, and after creating this, pull it and start fixing the code. Okay, so let's do it. You need to click on this main itself, and there is two branch itself. Here it says here find or create a branch. If there are hundred of branch, you can find it with typing a name. If I just typing FEA, it find that branch, and if you want to search main, it says. But here only it gives you power to create it also. So let's create feature -01 FEA GURE -02, because one is already there. It says create branch feature 02 from main. Okay, you need to click it. But again, one doubt, if this doubt is not coming to your mind, let me create this. Sir, if I want to create feature 02 from feature 01, then how can I do it? Because here it says create branch feature 02 from main only. How I can create from other branches also? So it's simply nothing, but you need to, let me copy this. You need to switch branch first. Okay, you need to switch branch first. So it is main branch. I need to switch to feature 01. I switched to feature 01, and let me click here, and then if I try to create feature 02, see it says create branch feature 02 from feature 01. Understood? But we want to create it from main, so I will switch to main branch itself. Okay, let me click here, and then I want to create feature 02, and before clicking this, just read it out. Create branch feature 2 from main. Yes, I want to do it. Just click it. After reading it, doing okay. It says this branch is up to date with main, means it simply means this feature 02 has been created. You can also see the new URL. Also the feature 2 has been created, and it says it's aligned with main, means all the file which mains have, all the changes which main branch has, now your feature 2 also has. Understood up till here? Now let's clone this. We have successfully cloned the main. Now let's have this in our local folder. So this is the code. If you see the green big button, click on it. There are three methods. Do it with GitHub CLI, do it with HTTPS, do it with SSH. Let's do it with HTTPS because we are doing we have seen all the examples related to HTTPS. Copy this. Up till now, if it is clear, just give me a thumbs up, thumbs up. I will also know that you are with me and we are on the same page. Meantime, I have opened my Git demo, the new folder. The previous one I already deleted. Here I just need to right click, show more, and open Git bash here. Okay, so I've opened Git bash here, and remember there is no file inside this. There is no .git file also, means Git is not initialized. So let's zoom in. Let me maximize this. Hope this is clear. And the command is git clone, and you need to paste that URL. Now we are cloning our feature -02. Yes, no. By default, this URL will clone your main branch. Let's see. Git clone, hit enter, and it says cloning into Git demo. See, this is the demo file has been cloned. Complete your main branch. Now we need to go inside this because everything app, main, and git is inside this Git demo. And we have already created one Git demo inside Git demo. Now after cloning it, we have another Git demo. So on this, on here, no command will work. For example, Git status. If I hit Git status, let me maximize this. If I hit Git status, it says error, fatal, not a Git repository. Why? Because that cloning has one level of folder structure. So we need to navigate to that folder structure. Simply do git cd if you are aware of cd command. So it says the git CLI is not a bash repository, so you can't do this type of stuff over here. So what we can do is, for your sake, this is not a solution. There are multiple solutions, but I will be showcasing you the simplest one. Close this git CLI, git bash, and we were here. Just double click on this, and then we can open our git bash inside that Git demo. Okay, now the difference was, let me open another Git. See the difference. This is the difference. How you can identify you are not inside a Git folder. So initially we were here, yes, and the other Git I have opened is this one. I hope both are visible. If not, let me zoom in this one also and this one also. Hope this is visible. So this is, we are inside here, our created folder, and after cloning we have one new folder name as git demo itself, and inside it, if you open, it is look like this. The only difference how you identify it, you are not inside a git initialized folder, is you can see the branch over here. It says main branch, but here we don't have any type of branch. Or else if this is getting complicated, you can just hit git status and ultimately it will give you an error saying that fatal, this is not a git repository. But visually you can see there is no branch mention, means you are not inside a git repository. As simple as that. Okay, if I hit git status over here, because we are on inside the git initialize folder, it will say on main branch your branch is up to date, because we don't have any changes or anything to comment. Let's go inside this folder because we are working inside it. Okay, so now let me maximize this. Now we are on the main branch, and in company or if your project is also there, you don't want to touch the main branch because your main branch has the working code, and we have created feature -2 to make new changes in that branch. So we need to switch to feature branch. So the command is git switch, and the feature branch name is feature -02 and hit enter. So it says branch, let me zoom it a more. I hope now this is visible. Branch feature2 set up to track origin feature2. See, it's shifted the origin to feature2 by default. Means if we do git push, it will push. We don't need to type git push -u origin feature -2. That we have done when we were pushing from our local git to GitHub branch. For this we have already cloned it, so it already set the origin to feature2. So here we need to do git push itself, and it says switch to new branch feature2, and if you see from main it comes to feature2. Now you are on your branch. Simple. Now do any changes in the file or the code or anything, and then everything you added, you committed and you push will be going to feature02, and then you again need to raise a PR from your branch to main branch. And after that, all discussion and everything and conflict, if it is there, your code, if it is working fine, it will be merging to the main branch itself. This process is same. Okay, if you want, I can show you also. I can do some file changes and then add it, comment it and push it to the GitHub. If you want, I demo it. Just type demo in the live chat, or else give me a thumbs up if you understood this and you don't want me to continue on that. If you want to see it, just type demo. Okay, I think you understood then I'm not doing any changes. Okay. You're typing thumbs up and demo also. Okay, you want me to see the change. Okay, let me open then VS Code. Okay. Okay, I've opened the VS Code. Also, let's make now changes to main.py, because this was a file we have created. I'm simply just having a printing statement stating 5 + 5, and let's save it. And before pushing anything to GitHub, make sure you run your file locally and see if it is working or not. So it is working. The 5 + 5 answer is 10. This is a basic thing, because we are not learning Python here, we are learning Git and GitHub. So I've made the changes to main.py. Let me open my Git, and here let's first make sure you always hit I performed an operation. Okay, good. and just make sure always you hit Git status first. Don't you made the changes and don't directly go and just type Git add and Git commit. First make sure you hit Git status. Just by heart this, and make sure you always hit Git status, and it says, see, you are on a branch feature 2 and origin is also set to feature 2. There is a red file, the file has been modified, and this is not stage. Let's stage this. Stages means let's add this, and you can have the file name, or else you can do git space add space dot, and then again you do git status to check that file has been added or not, and the color has been changed, means it has been added, and in short it means it's stage. Let's commit this, git commit -m double quotes. The commit message should be added an addition of, purposely I'm writing a huge commit message, added an addition printing code. I don't know the statement makes sense or not, but yeah, we are learning Git and GitHub, not English. Let's hit it, and it has been committed, you see, and let's push it, because by default it added the origin once we have switched the branch. So we just need to do a git push. We do not need to do git push -u origin and feature 02. We just need to do git push and hit enter, and it will be pushing each and everything, means that print file not file main.py file changes with an commit id to feature branch. Okay, let's jump onto the browser where our feature branch is. It says compare and pull, but I don't want to compare and pull right now. I need to go and refresh it first. We are on our feature 02 branch. Yes, this is the tick is there, means I'm on this branch currently, and it says a commit message, added an addition of printing code. Added an addition of printing code. what print? No worries, not focus on my English, focus on what I'm teaching. And you can see print 5 plus fly is there. Let's switch the branch itself and see other branch like feature 01 and main have this code or not inside main.py. So click on this code. Let's first check for feature 01, and let's go to, we are on feature 01, and let's go to main.py, and here you see it doesn't have that print 5 plus 5. That's what the beautification of GitHub and Git is, the branching difference. The branching differences make it that one branch doesn't know anything about what other branch is doing, and also the main branch won't know unless and until we raise a pull request and it is merged to main or the other feature branch. Okay, and let's also check for the main. So we are in the main, and let's click on this main.py and see the main also doesn't have that changes. Okay, so if you want to raise your changes and raise from your branch to other branch, click on this compare and pull. We click on this, and it will there by default, and up till or unless and until someone raise a PR, pull request. PR full form is pull request. So now we have multiple branches. Compare feature 02. This is your branch. From your branch, the arrows is that side. This is the arrow, and it shows you want to merge to main or other branches. Let's merge our changes to feature 01 for this example. So we can see it says able to merge. There is no restriction. We can merge it. So from our branch, we are just having the changes into feature branch. Okay, and then below, scroll down below, create a pull request. Once the pull request is there, it will check if there is any check, see checking, and there is no conflicts is there. This is a check run, and you need to have that check in places, and just click on the merge pull request. Is pull request only required when I need permission to push code to the main? See, not just to the main, to any branch. From your branch, PR means pull request. From your branch, you need to raise PR if you want your code to be present in any other branches. You need to raise a PR, as simple as that. Directly you can't do anything. From your branch to any other branch, you can't do anything. There is only one way to raise PR. and after raising the PR, all the discussion and everything, if it is there, I don't have any code on this check. If I create a test cases, it will first go inside this was running. Once this is run, the check is complete, everything is green, then the developer will come, click on this file changes, see, okay, good, the changes are good, and then they scroll down. If there is any comment, they will leave a comment, or they will click on this approve and submit. And once the approve, then they can come down and merge the pull request. So I just hit on this merge and it says confirm merge. Let's click on the confirm merge, and now our changes from our feature 02, all the changes is there into feature 01. Understood? If you want to see it, let's go to the code. And we are in the main. Let's check for the main.py. We don't have that print 5 plus 5. Let's switch the branch from here only. You can see the drop down, and let's click on the feature 01. We have just added all the changes. We have just accepted the PR, the pull request from branch 2 to branch 1, and I am in the branch 1, and you can see now it has print 5 plus 5. Understood? What if they don't found code correctness? So there is nothing like this in MNCs. That's why we need to add reviewers. Slip of my tongue. So when you raise a PR, you need to add reviewers, and in MNCs there are 4, 5, bare minimum 2. There are more than 2 code checkers as a person. For example, now I am a senior person in the MNCs. So juniors usually they do code and they do a mistakes and they don't follow the pattern or Python indentation, or their logic seems good to them, but it doesn't perform that much in the real world. For an example, you have created one API which can work for 10 or 100 calls. Means we do call a API for right now. Let's take an example that your API is being used by 10 or 100 people. But if it goes to 10,000 people, your API will fail or crashes in real time. That's what their logic won't work on thousands and 10,000s of people. That's how they will check. The seniors will check your code and they understand it. Why they are seniors? Because they know what type of library, what type of code is there. A dot is an issue, list an issue, dictionary is an issue, calling of this API is an issue. They know that because they know that product inside out, because they have spent 10 years, 8 years on that code. Of course, if they missed out, that's why the check is in place. All the checks you have seen, which we don't have any checks here right now, but all the checks they have create. I think in IBM we have AI to check this. I am only the one, and there are two developers with me. We three were created those things. So the checks is to perform, means it will run your code in a virtual environment. I'm just going it deeper. It will make if you understand this is very good. If it is complicated, then just leave this example. Okay, so how this check works, there is a virtual machine, VMs, it's known as VMs. In their VM there is a small instances of the complete application. For example, you are working with Instagram and you have made some changes. You have made that like button, you have changed the like button into something else. So what this check will do, it will hit a VM. Inside that VM, it will execute your code, install your code into the project, means onto Instagram, and then it will try to like, or there is no dislike button in Insta, but we can give a heart, or we can undo that heart, given heart. It will test it. If that is successful, then the check is pass. Okay, this is the one of the scenario I'm saying. So there are ample of checks, 10 checks, 20 checks, 30 checks. Once check is success, then this developer will sit with you. In some scenario they will sit with you, or some scenario you will raise the PR, you will just ping them or mail them, or it will all this PR raising. If you add reviewers, see here it is a reviewers. So if you add someone names here, they will be automatically mail triggered to them in their mail, whatever mail the company is using. So this will go to them, and then they will click on that link and land on this page, and okay, they will understand, they will read whatever the description you have provided, this changes, why this changes is required. If they didn't get it, they will connect with you on Teams. and or Slack, depending on the company you are in, and they will discuss with you the code and everything, and they will understand the flow, and if they find it right, they will merge it, or else in majority case they never connect with people, because there are so much of work in MNC. We don't have that much time to connect with each and everyone, unless and until that code is actually you have written a code in very hard way. For example, there is a coding style of everyone. For example, I use a proper variable name, function name, and everything. It is a self-readable code, but many of the people out there, they use N, R, P. What this N stands for, why we are using N, what is the use case of N in if or for. In your case, this is the easiest example I'm telling you. Okay, so this makes the code readability very much hard for others. So at that time we need to connect with each other. Okay, what is this R, why you're using R, just name it properly. If you're using it range, for range, just name it as range or whatsoever. So at that time we just sit and talk with the people or the developer who is making the changes in their branch, and then we check what branch they are raising their PR, and everything seems fine, then we merge it. Okay, so hope this is clear. So this was the complete industry level, what is Git, how to use it, and what is GitHub, and how in industry, in day-to-day life, every day. As I'm working professional, every day I'm using GitHub, because every day I need to do code based changes. I need to push it to GitHub. So even though in some days I don't code, but every day I'm using Git and GitHub. So you will, he is not coding every day, why he is using Git and GitHub? Because I'm on a senior position, so I need to review the PRs of the junior, so I need to use GitHub each and every day. I need to go here and do, and there are other things also on Git. Okay, now if there is any doubt, you can ask me. Meantime, I will explain you why Discord is important. So I've created Discord in such a way to help you out, and this is also completely free. Everything is free. Learning is free. Discord is free. Here Discord, you need to come onto the welcome. First, you will automatically land to welcome. Once you land it, there is a set of instruction. You need to introduce yourself in hash introduction, and then there are many channels you can see, and here you come to introduce yourself. You need to introduce that, hello, I'm Nalesh Maurya, I'm a full stack developer, an AI engineer, or I'm a student of computer science in first year, second year. I'm interested in learning this, I already know this and this. Okay, once you introduce yourself, you will get access to all the channels. Now in announcement, after you got the access, in here I provide the session notes of each and every live in PDF format, of course, because it is accessible to mobile devices, tabs, computer, laptop, even in Mac. So you can have those and go through that PDF notes if you understand the live. If you're not in the live also, you can go through that PDF and you will understand what I have taught in that live. Okay, and now I've already explained you GitHub, and I think you learn about Git and GitHub. So now I will be providing all the source code on my GitHub. It will be public, so you will be able to clone it. How to clone it? You just click on the code itself. You just need to click on this code itself and copy this URL, and the command is git clone. All the command I will be providing in the PDF itself. Okay, I know nobody can buy heart in one go, so I will be providing that command, and just open my live side by side and do it. Once or two you do it, you know Git and GitHub. It's not that difficult. Okay, so now I will be stop sharing the zip file, because people were asking me the source code, the PDF file, and all the resources. So I need to provide the zip file, because the Discord has a limitation of the file size. That's why I was sharing the zip file. But now all the source code and resources, I will be sharing the GitHub link and the PDF for all the explanation and stuffs. Okay, there is a proper roadmap also in the roadmaps channel. You come and see the roadmap, the session node, doubt corner, code sharing, resources. General, we have a general discussion with the others that what they want, and of course they share their code also and get my review and feedback on that. And when in progress I give MCQ type of challenges over here. You do not need to use any type of compiler, or do not need to do copy paste this code into VS Code and run the code. You need to dry run it. Dry run means you need to run this code in your mind line by line, like how Python interpreters work, and then you need to give the answer. Okay, answer will be A, B, C, D. Okay, and I will be providing all the link and resources in the job hunt. So if you all are seeking for the job, you can go and visit here. Okay, and also the weekly challenge. This is the challenge which you will be getting into the interviews. This type of English written statements or problems, and then they will ask you to generate particular set of answers, and then you need to code it. This is the English written problem. This is the actual interview, how it will be happening, and then you need to code it and generate an output, and then explain why you have coded this and what is the output. Okay, so the submission of this weekly challenge, you can't do anything over here because I don't want that question and answer, because each and everyone submit answer here only, then others, those who are new, won't be able to see the question itself. That's why I created two separate channel. Weekly challenge, you can see the question over here, and you need to submit in challenge submission, like this guy has done. So he provided me the complete code itself. You can now, if you now you know the GitHub, just share your GitHub link, and I will check your GitHub and provide you the feedback, what is good, what is not. Okay, like here I have provided him the overall feedback is 9, and what's good in his code, and where he needs to improve. Okay, so this is completely fair. My feedback is free, everything is free, so don't hesitate to join the Discord. And if you don't know and haven't used Discord, so just ping me on Instagram, or else just click on the link on the Discord which is there in the pin comment, and join it, and then just ping me on one-on-one on direct message. Each and every one of you, those who are already there on Discord, are doing this. Okay, I am also new to Discord. This is again the one of the social media like Insta, Facebook, and other things. So I am also new to Discord. I am also learning Discord, and there is nothing like that he is so senior, he know everything. Each and every day you learn something. I am also learning something and upgrading myself every now and then. Okay, so up till now, if there is any doubt regarding anything, you can ask me. And of course, that code with NM I've already told you. There is also here in code with NM, it's not just about the quiz, it's also about the not just about the career guidance, it's also about the quiz. So you can see I am already logged in and I've already taken the quiz. So it says 1 attempt, and there are ample of quiz. Why this is important? This is also free. It will be lifetime free completely. I will be adding more and more quizzes to it. It is in an MCQ type of question. This is a type of mock test you give before you go to the interview. Company give you a proper link of mock test, and there is a certain time limit. You need to perform that mock test, and on the basis of that mock test result, you will be getting a call for the interview. Okay, so this is why this concept quiz I have designed here. If you aren't able to answer any of the question, you will be getting a proper explanation and answer what was the answer to that question, and number of attempt. Because I've logged in as my user, I can only see how many times I've attempted. Okay, so in your case, you won't be able to see mine, I won't be able to see yours. So just make sure you if you are not getting the answer in one go, just retake it. Okay, understood? Okay, and if you want to know about me, just come to Code with NM. Just hit on read my story, and you will got to know what I am, what I have studied, what I have done, what is my masters from IIT, the certification, and why I'm doing this Code with NM, and my other social medias account like LinkedIn, GitHub, and everything. Okay, so if there is no doubt and nothing, let's wind up this session, and I hope you just got what is Git and GitHub, because this is very much important, not just a learning point of view, but also a professional point of view, because in day-to-day life you will be using Git and GitHub more often. Okay, And sorry for the face cam. I'm not sure why my camera is misbehaving, so it's okay. Every day is not our day. Yes. So I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to make you market ready software engineer. So code with precision, ship with vision, and subscribe now to join the mission. Till then, see you in the next life. Bye and take care. God bless you.